and I'm so happy to host you today. I slept off actually, and that's why my face is swollen. And I know I'm speaking to a friend. I don't need much preparation, so welcome to the conversation.
Thank you so much, Ranjani, for hosting me, first off. I know we go a long way, and
Yes,
big fan of the work that you do of
thank
collecting
you.
and collating, bringing us together, holding that space for business owners to come together and then share their experiences through these interventions. So, really, really
Yes.
appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the acknowledgement. And for all the listeners, Tejal and me, we did a workshop together sometime in 2024 in Bangalore. And that's my first time working with Tejal. And since then, we've been in touch and we've been following each other. And I'm loving your content. So, we are going to talk a lot about a topic which is, I think, something coaches should consider, working on themselves.
Absolutely.
More before they start working on their clients, it's more about themselves. So you've been this identity mentor and the wealth coach, and you do a lot of work around wealth creation, and working on yourself to have the kind of life that you always desire, the abundant life. Okay, so before we get into the topic and the conversation itself, give people an introduction about the work that you do. Where I know you're from Bangalore, but give us a background, like where you are, how coaching, and all of that.
Sure. So, thank you for that. This happened to me. I mean, I am born and raised in Mumbai. I moved to Bangalore about, seems ancient now, 24 years. Yeah, it's been 24 years since I joined, 24 to 25 years that I have been in Bangalore. Um, I moved here and then I've been working with corporates, mostly Big Fours and Fortune 500 companies, places like Deloitte, Accenture, Dell, and now Standard Chartered Bank. Right. As I continue to take these roles in the learning and development space, something that I've been doing all along is people development, skills development, building people for who they want to be, right? Honing their skills, upskilling them for what's coming next, coming into the space of mindset shifts, growth mindset. That is how things started to go for me. I've always been very curious and about learning, about reading, voracious reader as well. Um, But while developing these leadership interventions, something that has always been baseline of my 25 years of corporate experience is what makes people tick and how do I contribute to getting their potential to a point where now they say, you know what, now I'm ready for the next level. So
Interesting.
that's how my work has been. Come COVID times challenged a lot of us to grow. And I think I call those the most formative years of a lot of us coaches and mentors, right, that came to fore. This started with an intervention at the workplace where we were asked to do, a mental health first aider course. From there, I finished that certification and I got into therapy. I learned therapy. So I'm
Hmm.
a trained hypnotherapist, a regression therapist. I've done NLP. I've done my coaching certification from ICF as well. Now, having done this kind of gave me a little bit of view into people, how they work. And at the foundation level, we're all very same. We're exactly the same. I wouldn't mind saying that, right? I mean, if I put all those ego tracks aside, the
Yeah.
designations, the roles that we play, each of our journey is like that of a hero. It starts with a lot of fight, a lot of challenges, and through that growth happens. And I'm here to say to every coach that I don't just honor and respect you for what you're doing because you chose to now turn this entire story in
Yes.
a way where you can now build people in a similar way. So
Yes.
kudos to the entire coaching fraternity and for everything that we put in out there. Just love the work that I do. That's how this
So
happens in work.
that's a lot of work that you have done not just for yourself, like your own personal growth and development, but you have also turned it around for other people.
Mhm.
And I remember meeting you and spending those 2 days learning from you. And the energy work people are really magicians for me, because they do something magical. Because being a logical person, it's always about seeing some that evidences that.
Mm-mm.
But when it comes to energy and healing, it's a magical space, and you don't know why. The question is, you really can't answer why or how this is happening. It just happens. The transformation just
Yes.
happens. So moving into the conversation, so I want to know, when you say that attracting wealth, premium clients, like the topic today is about that,
Mhm.
has less to do with strategy and more to do with identity. So what do you mean by that exactly?
Um, so I see a lot of people who I talk to, right? Coaches. It's been a journey. It's not been easy because you learn the craft, but then when you decide to go to market and then you start optimizing your content, you show up every day on your reels, you've taken the course, you've consistently been posting, and the premium clients are still not landing in the way that that they should, right? That you assume you need a better strategy. So what do? We go back and consistently start to better or improve our product, to improve the way we present ourselves, show up, all of that. But what if I were to tell you that the strategy, that piece is just 5%, and the other 95% that you put in is actually who you are? They're not responding to your funnel or to your offers or to your ads, is because at some point in time, the frequency that you carry of unsurety, of desperation at times, all of those things actually repel your clients instead of wanting to work with you. So just like we say that when a client is ready, they'll show up, it's
Yes.
very similar for us as well. When we are ready in the moment, right? When we've put in on the work, and now the next level of work is not to do with strategy, it is more to do with faith, right? Uh, I'm very sure your clients will just start lining up. I had a client, a brilliant one at that. Okay, she was a coach, amazing credentials, and had done all her homework, even competitor analysis, market research, all of that good stuff. But when she went into calls, what really used to happen was, she would either get ghosted, people would not show up, or if they did show up, they would haggle. Now, this is the last thing you want to sit down and do, right? Because of the energy is just not matching. So what do you do? What we did was, we did not touch her marketing strategy, we did not touch her sales, nothing we did on that front. But what we did do is we shifted who she was being when she showed up in front of the clients, right? What happened through that was that the I call it the container, right? The container of the person, the coach first changed, and then automatically clients just started aligning with that as well. So premium is, it's identity long before it's a price. The moment you change being, who you were, this desperate person who needs a client, versus, oh, you know what, I have so much to serve, and I really, really wish my clients just align to me so that I can pass on that value when they meet me. I think that does the trick.
That's beautifully put. For all the listeners, if this is sounding like Greek and Latin, please follow Tejal for on her YouTube channel. She has got a lot of content, meditation on quantum leaping, and you can get into the details right away, right? And I can personally relate to this, because I shifted from strategy to alignment 2 years back. I think the last time we met, and since last 2 years I've been more focused on my energy. Where and somewhere, your content also got aligned with what I was focusing on. you
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
know and it's it's not about hustling all the time anymore. It's more about really being at the right place and putting yourself at the right, positioning, you can call it, in
Mm-mm-mm.
strategy terms, that you are in front of the people who you want to work with you, and they appreciate and value you. And you can also, you don't have to, go on calls to calls and, really, do that hustle way. So, and I would say the most magical results, as I said, has happened to me through healing. you know
Yes.
it's the no I think you might have also heard this, like, you attract who you are
Yes.
rather than what you want,
Yes.
from the universe. So that
Mm-mm.
who you are is the piece here. Yeah.
And a lot of
So
people mistake that who you are, they try to become like someone, they try to act like someone who they are not. And I'm saying through your identity work, you don't act.
yeah.
Who is
So
that
my
future
next
version? You just start becoming that. That's all.
Yeah. So my next question is, you often say wealth isn't just what you make, it's what you are able to hold. Why do so many capable, successful people hit an invisible ceiling?
So here's the thing. This is where I was talking about the container. The container is not just your physical self, it's your mind, body, spirit, soul. It's that entire piece, and that's your container. Why is healing necessary? Very simple. So that this container can let go of all the other emotions that it has been holding on to. We hold on to resentment, we hold on to grief, we hold on to fears way beyond. Our logical head consistently tells us, it tries to keep us safe. It's so beautiful. It wants us comfortable and safe, but then at times that can be very detrimental to your growth. If I were to give you a very simple story, right, a short one, two friends living by the seaside, right? Both the girls grow up and have had one of the best times as friendship times that they've ever could imagine. So during this time or post this time, one of them chooses to get married to someone on that same coastal village line, while the other one is moved to a city, marries into a family of perfumeries, right? And they're both very happy. They have a promise that, you know what, someday we'll definitely connect. The teary eyes, they part ways, and then one fine day after a few years, they come together. Again, a lot of soulful conversations later. Uh, the girl who's staying near the in the city says, "Why don't you come on over? I would really like to, like for you to have, host you. I would really like for you to see my house and have food with us, meet my family." So both these girls land up in her house, and she makes ensures that her friend is well rested. So arranges the room most cozy, most beautiful, most comfortable, amazing fragrances in air. And she says, okay, and they talk late into the night. After the next day morning, when they catch up, she says, "So how did you sleep?" And this other friend says, I wasn't able to sleep a wink because of the scents." And uh, this one feels a little baffled. She's like, "So what did you do all night?" She's like, my bag that I carry around with me that has the smell or the fragrance of my home is the sea line, right? And everything that smells like the ocean. And that is what brought her peace, right, towards the morning. Now, if you look at both these people, they are both happy. They're happy for each other, with each other. But even when you take one person physically out of their own space and put them in one of the most lavish spaces that you can imagine you'd want to be in, what really happens is the body revolts. Even in that fragrant environment, she woke up with a headache, right? Now, that is exactly the container. If you push your container to dine like the millionaires, have vacations like the millionaires, right? And when you do all of that good stuff,
Give me 1 second, Tejal, I'll be back.
sure, sure, no worries. So while we're waiting for Ranjani to come back, um, a quick preview into what I do also. We are coming up with a new program called the Wealth Expansion Code. In the first 30 days, it can help you make your bodies feel safe about all the different things that you want to accomplish, you desire. You will still feel a little uncomfortable, but that's not the problem. That's the sign that things are working. By the day 60, that stretch becomes your strength, and charging more, being seen, receiving fully starts to just start feeling okay. And by the 90th day, the thing that once gave you a headache, it's just going to start feel like home. A little uncomfortable, but then you expand, and then that becomes your new normal. Still holding wealth with ease and simply just being who you are, because this is the identity that now, like the wealth, right, is the perfume. That fragrance is something that you start becoming accustomed to and start enjoying. Look how good it gets, because the limit that you set on your desires actually does not exist.
Thank you so much for filling in for me my
No
absence.
problem, no problem at all.
I think this is the first time it has happened, and maybe,
No worries at all. I mean, it's the most natural thing. I mean, working moms, what's more
yeah.
important in the
And
moment?
having you around, I think it was okay because I know I can do this with you.
No worries at all.
So a very interesting point where you left, the person you want to become. No, you are not yet comfortable in that skin yet.
Yes,
No,
that is the only
that's
ceiling.
yes, yes. So very beautiful example, very beautiful story. Like as I'm listening, I can relate to many people when they go to certain places. Now, this is a very real and practical example. You always want to get back to your home, get back
Yes.
to your room, you know, that cozy bed. No, that's the invisible ceiling. Very beautiful example. So let's move on and take on the next question. You talk about nervous system safe wealth. How does the body actually decide how much money and success a person can receive?
Okay, so see, this is something that no one is teaching, and it changes everything. Uh, your body is always asking just one single question all the time: am I safe right now?
Hmm.
And when it is safe, you open up. You open up to giving, you open up to receiving. Most importantly, a lot of us are amazing givers, big givers, right? And this is something that is ingrained in our heads, that if you're a good person, then you're a giving person, you're forgiving, you're overdoing things, right? But then what that does is, have you seen the same people, when you give them something as simple as a compliment, they shrink.
Yeah.
They give you excuses. Oh, my hair. Oh, this is just today that it is like this. Oh, my clothes. It's just a one off thing. So we start discounting our own self, right? And when someone comes closer, beyond a certain point, you brace, because this is not safe, because this is not what you're used to. So someone gives you a compliment, and that compliment continues, and more people say it. You now are in a place where, you know what, I just want to either just completely disappear, or sink into the ground, or just shrink. So here's the catch for a lot of high achievers, right? Somewhere along the way, uh, the body learned that more was not safe. More money, more visibility, more eyes on you, more to lose, right? And the old adages of people who are surrounding us all the time, right? Their experiences, things that you've never really experienced yourself. But the words of those people have been that hypnotic uh, repetition in your head, that story that you've been telling yourself. So every time that's, things start growing, your protective system starts pulling you back. So what does this mean through, your for your nervous system? It will choose a familiar hell over an unfamiliar heaven. Don't we even have this in our as a saying? A known devil is better than an unknown one.
Yeah.
Where do you think that came from? Uh, so every time your body decides, that how much am I allowed to hold right now? A lot of us, when we think about wealth, if you are moms, you would have this, there are some people, or some of my clients have told me this, right, as an experience, that they think if too much money is going to come, then I'm going to lose connection with my child. Too many clients, too much work. If too much money is going to come, then chances are the children will get spoiled. And these are the best recipes for self sabotaging yourself. So
But
it's only what you allow that will get the vote.
yes. And I think I've learned, I've been there, like, the receiving side of it, like, as an entrepreneur, I realized this, that there's something like, your ability to receive is some, you have shut that off
Mm.
for a very long time. You don't have that option itself. So keeping that open, and, I've learned the hard way, I would say. But yeah, the visibility point also, there are many people who resist visibility. A lot
We
many
also
eyes on.
resist something that came to me through this work was that we also resist ease. We want ease, we want freedom, but we resist it with our own behaviors. Have you seen ourselves when we go on vacations also? We are
Hmm.
already dreading the day that we have to get back,
Yeah.
right? And even if something's very simple and easy, you think, oh, this there some must be something wrong. Maybe I just missed something
Yeah.
out because you trained your mind to be complicated.
And, you want to make money the hard way.
Yeah,
The hard way is only
it
the,
feels like
the
you've
good
earned
way.
it, no?
I know,
Yeah.
and maybe of late I would say, uh, ways things have changed. The ways of being, I would say, like things coming to you and with ease, and you don't have to do anything, and, enjoying that space. And I think when you are more in that being, the, as you said, the frequency or energy, you get to see the things happening, or manifesting things, I would say, like, you did nothing to do, to get that. You actually did nothing. You're just being
So
there.
that's exactly what I'm saying. The moment, see, in my programs that we do, right, in the expansion codes that we work with, there is an identity expansion, there is a wealth expansion, and then of course there's a business expansion code also. Through this, the first most important thing that we work on is your nervous system, ensuring that nothing feels like a threat, nothing feels like guilt, any resentment is let go of. And we do this continually with accountability. You have the entire community which kind of stands up to cheer for you for your successes. And 95% of the time, the responses are, I really don't know how I bagged that contract. I really don't know how
Yeah.
that opportunity came, how my salary grew, how my job raise happened. Nothing. They have no logical explanation of why it happened. The more and more logic you use, sometimes,
Yeah.
it kind of becomes it's you're looking for obstacles when there are none, is what I
Yeah.
would say, right? So just walk in faith, and that receivership suddenly expands automatically.
Yeah. So there's a lot of work. It's not another strategy that you're going to learn with Tejal. It's more about, tapping into that individual or the identity that,
Mm-mm.
that can be a magnet to what you are manifesting.
Yes,
Just becoming that. So
that's
before we move on, Tejal, I want people to know, where are you the most active on social media, and if they want to connect with you, what are the best ways to reach you?
okay. So one of the best ways is go to my website. There is a money energetics quiz. Okay, it's an assessment that tells you specifically where your blocks lie. And the reason why money is because wealth and relationships are directly proportional. If you have an avoidant relationship style, you will do the same with money. If it's a visibility problem, then you will do the same thing with money and your relationships. Do you hide in your relationships, or do you come out nice, warm, and strong? But when you come out nice, warm, and strong and giving, are you equally receptive? Do you even receive when things come to you like that? So the money quiz is an amazing way to get started on the website. You will find the link on Instagram. We're there on Facebook. We're there on LinkedIn, as well as on YouTube. So if you're looking for any kind of manifestation videos, if you're looking at subliminals, if you're looking at ask affirmations, or if you're looking at truth statements, how to rewrite the story of your life, those free videos are also available for everybody to view. Please go like them, subscribe them, and see how can it change your life. Have a first taste of it before you choose to even fill out that quiz, I would say.
Okay, great. So moving on, I think this could be our no the last. You have answered a lot that you have picked
Hmm.
no, from the questions that we thought of discussing today.
Hmm.
So looking back on your 25 years in global leadership, what did you have to let go of to hold the success you have today? And what's your one message for anyone who feels that ceiling?
Okay, since childhood, I've been an exceptional, extraordinary kid, super intelligent. All the labels that came with it were performance. I had to let go of performance. My biggest let go was not doing things for approval, for any kind of validation, just being myself. And as simple as everybody says, oh, just be yourself. Right. It's not easy when you're an overachiever, when you are a high functioning overachiever on top of that. Because for 30 to 40 years, I learned that if I performed, I got things. People looked at me, people heard me. Having to let go of that was the work, was the biggest amount of work that I put into. Uh, if you think that you are one of these people who are stuck in this particular loop of giving, and you are when you're giving away, when money lands in your bank account and you think, oh, I had to give it to this one, oh, I had to pay that one, and you want to give it away, that's your biggest sign that that's what you're doing with the wealth. And when I say wealth, wealth is not limited to just money. Wealth is financial wealth, it's emotional wealth, it's social wealth, it's physical wealth. Your health is also your wealth, right? So all of this put together is what we decode in the wealth expansion code. And my only message is this: the moment more starts feeling safe, everything expands. So look how good it gets. The ceiling that you talk about, that people describe about, that people have told you about, does not exist actually. There's no limit.
Beautiful. Beautiful. No, we can keep talking about this because we maybe I can say that I'm in the process of becoming or the vessel
Hmm.
that I desire to be, and something that's this vessel thing has stayed with me from your meditations and your
Yeah.
quantum leaping theories that I often hear. And as you said, performance, being a logical person, you're behind those scores, those those I would say the pointers that make you important and significant, and letting go of all of that and just being in your own skin is was the most toughest. No, I think it's still, to me, at a certain percentages I'm still there is a I would
Mhm.
say can't be there kind of thing, but I
Yeah.
keep working on it. And be being doing nothing, like being that high performer. Sometimes I tell myself, you're getting older, you can slow down. You can give myself that logic. You can
Hmm.
slow down. But yeah, just to be, and then how things just I would say served on platter to you is the magic that
Yes.
can happen, and
Yes.
you will be amazed, like you don't know how these things are happening. So
Absolutely, absolutely. You want to give testimonials from that person, who was told to shut up and sit aside. It was so strong that I had tried to shrink into spaces that were not mine, just so that the other person doesn't feel uncomfortable. I would always speak last, and then even after I spoke, if someone had a problem with that, I would be the one to leave the room. Okay. From being that child to becoming this person took me a few number of years, right? So now coming back to who I was meant to be loud, I was meant to be bold, I was meant to be in your face, right, on days that you needed it. I'm not someone, I don't think I need to validate what I am, but if you pick me as a coach, please trust it that I will be very direct with you. I will call out what it is, and then I'll hold you accountable for everything. Because now, once you invest here, in you are investing in yourself. The least I can do is hold you accountable and walk the path with you, partner with you. So it's a partnering journey, and as we go along the way, something that all the other coaches would do is, okay, buy the course, go through it, and we'll let you go. I don't do that with my clients. I work with them till they see results, and the results are not one, two, or small, and they are really many. Plus, after you've completed the entire training, the best part is you become your own therapist, coach, mentor. You wouldn't need therapy ever again in your life. That's a promise.
Wow.
That's a promise.
So, Tejal, before we wrap up, this is so amazing, and I can clearly experience that magic that I experienced when I was with you in Bangalore for the workshop. So it's an experience to have to work with a mentor who can really shift those codes or help you identify and work on yourself, that you become
Exactly.
your best version or your desired self, rather than just being wanting to be there to
Yes.
become that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So on social media, like, is it Instagram you're most active? Which is the platform where people can DM and get
So you
you
can do it
started?
on LinkedIn. You can do it on Instagram. YouTube is also a good space. But like I said, my website, tejaldesae.com, it is TEJALDESAE.com. You can even go on to that. I'm active on all of them. You will get a response irrespective, especially if you're going to take up that the wealth expansion code assessment, right? That tells you where are the blocks. You'll definitely be contacted by my team if you really want to set up a call. The links are right there on each of the handles as well. Um,
Wonderful.
yeah.
So I think I will drop all this information in the description for people to follow up with you.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for spending that time. Though we started late and there were some hiccups in between, but I love this conversation
Love
and
it.
looking
Listen, I
forward
love it.
to.
I think when you come down to Bangalore, whenever you're planning, please come down, right? And let's catch up. Let's meet up. Be
Sure.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll see you soon with
Sure,
that.
Anthony.
Take
Sure.
care and
You
bye
too.
for now.
Okay. Bye.